Hello! I recently finished my big old sketchbook and I decided it's time to start new one. I bought this one at Walmart. I don't really know this brand, but I like the quality of paper and I decided to try something smaller, so I chose this one. Unfortunately, my first disappointment happened when I tried to build a sticker from the cover, and it wasn't that easy because it left these little pieces of paper on the cover and tons of glue, so it was almost impossible to peel it. And then I decided to clean the cover from the glue, and guess what? The cover wasn't plastic at all. It looked like it was made of plastic, but it was just paper. So I decided to ask YouTube how to make my own cover, and I found this amazing video by Hello Sewing. It is so easy. She shows how to make your own cover. And this is my final result. I found this old piece of fabric, some ribbons, some, I don't know, what is it, golden button for, I think it's used for sealing letters. And it's done. Let's start painting. I took off the cover for now just because I was afraid I will put some paint on it. But you know what? In the future, I decided to not do it, and if I get some paint on the cover, so be it. I start with simple sketch. So my idea for the first page of your sketchbook, my sketchbook, is to make a little frame out of flowers and put a text in the middle saying when I started sketchbook and when I finished. For this illustration, I will be using HIMI gouache, my favorite, and some of the smallest brushes I have. I start with basic colors for flowers. I apply them and then I let paint to dry so I can apply more layers. I don't know why I choose all the warm colors, probably because it's fall and everybody's getting ready for celebrating Halloween and Thanksgiving, and I can see nature turning into yellow and brown. And I guess this is what inspired me. Since I started my sketchbook in September, I think it's a good idea to make first page a little bit September-y. I really like this quality of the paper. It is really good for gouache and I assume for watercolor too, but I never use watercolor, so I don't know. Unfortunately, my mood was completely ruined by the cover incident, but hey, once I made a new cover for the sketchbook, I feel like I love the sketchbook even more. And you know what? Maybe in the future I'll try to make my own covers for sketchbooks because let's be honest, uh most of the sketchbooks are just black or they have this basic covers with just the information about the sketchbook and usually they don't look very nice. At least, I don't know, maybe I just don't know where to buy cute sketchbooks, but all the sketchbooks I find that have good size and good paper, they usually end up being just plain black, which some time ago I really enjoyed plain black covers, but I kind of got tired of it, so I wanted to find something more creative and unique, but I just couldn't. And when I made my own cover, I think it made me like my sketchbook even better. But I think that's enough information about the cover. Let's just say I really love it and I'm happy with the result. As you can see, I've added more details to my flowers and more leaves. I chose different greens for leaves. I think it just makes this whole composition look more interesting. I love adding little details when I paint with gouache. I think gouache might be my favorite medium at this time, and it's just so meditating when you turn every piece of your artwork into even more detailed piece of artwork. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something I really love about gouache. I don't know if you know, but when you paint with gouache, the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to go from darkest colors to the lightest. But don't forget, in order to do it, you need to let your paint dry completely. So far, I'm enjoying the result. It makes me happy that my first sketchbook page looks nice. It really bothers me. I know people say don't worry about sketchbooks, do what you want, make mistakes, no pressure at all. But it is not about me. I take my sketchbook too serious, and that's okay, I guess. I enjoy looking at my sketchbook, remembering all the good times, looking at beautiful spreads. It just makes me happy. So, why not? I'm almost done with the illustration, and soon I will be writing text in the middle. But first, I need to clean the page from pencil sketch. And in order to do it, I need small eraser. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but that's not a problem. I just cut my good old eraser into small pieces and use it to clean small details on my page. So if you ever see my erasers in real life, don't ask me why they look so ugly. It is because I cut them all the time, and of course, I always promise to myself to not throw out those little pieces, but I just somehow I lose them all the time. After cleaning the page, I will use colored pencils to add more details. I know colored pencils don't work very well with gouache, but if the layer of gouache is not very thick, it will be fine. I didn't add too many details with pencil just because the layer of my paint was too thick. I also decided to add more tiny flowers and leaves because it is never too many flowers for me, and it's time to put our text in this little frame. Of course, I sketch my text too, just because my handwriting is not very beautiful and I'm not confident about it. I use regular liner for my text, and I think I did okay here. Could do better, but whatever. I'm happy. And this is our final result. I really like how it turned out. I'm happy that the first page of my sketchbook looks nice and neat, and I think you should try it too. It's so simple, it's really hard to mess up, and flowers are really easy to paint. Or you can paint fruits or sea creatures instead of flowers. It's up to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye bye!